Alright, it is 9:08 a.m. a Wednesday, and OTCs have been pretty bad yesterday and recently. They're just not looking so nice, so I won't really be looking at OTCs. I did miss this one yesterday. VRPX was up a lot. Nice move, and maybe when the markets are just looking so slow or whatever, I'm looking at what are the biggest percent gainers. Maybe I just need to remind myself to look at listed stocks as well, because this was a nice move. It would have been super sketchy. Yeah, this was after hours. It did a breakout from 22, well, 17 to 22. Really, the main breakout would have been right here early in the day at around 10:40 to 1573. So that would have been super nice. I'll be looking at this and any other list of stocks that maybe want to run in sympathy with VRPX. That's probably going to be the main idea. HPIL is having a gap down. BZWR. I'll watch it again if it does a morning panic bounce play, but it doesn't do that very nicely. I might even try adding the other one, ILUS, but I'm just going to focus less on OTCs, which stinks because I like OTCs and I trade them more profitably. I think I know more OTC trading than listed stock trading, but I can't trade them if they just don't give opportunities, if they don't seem nice. So that's the mindset I have right now at the moment. Alright, it is 9:50 a.m. I have not made any trades. HPIL, this one had a gap down and it did uptrend from it's open, and at one point I was interested in it, but then I didn't want to chase, and I felt like maybe I was kind of late to the run up. It got as high as 69. In theory, this could have been a dip towards VWAP. I just was not there when it was happening, and it didn't really touch the VWAP line either, so that would have been super hard. EMVP is shortable on Schwab, but again, I'm not able to short until next month. But in theory, this could have been a nice head and shoulder, shoulder head, shoulder short. I probably would have been covering around this $2 range because that could be the neckline, and it could very well bounce from the neckline. VPRX is the big one, and I have really no interest of trading it. It's just a watch to see what it's doing, because it could determine what the other ones might do. I had a chance to buy PMCB, but I didn't because I was too scared. A lot of these that are super wicky, super high volume, right at a potential breakout level, I've seen just a big red candle just flash and wipe out everybody. I've also seen a financing go through right when it looks like it's going to do intraday or multi-day breakout, and that's kind of scary. Again, I don't have that much experience with listed stocks at the moment, but I clearly have to get better at it, especially because OTCs right now are looking disgusting. It is right now in the 8s, which is super impressive. It's doing the same wiki price action, which is scary. It's not like it's a bull flag or anything for me to be interested in it, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Maybe I'll make an inverse head and shoulders. ILUS has a crappy drop, not gonna look at it. I think the other one, BZWR, just did a beautiful morning Sykes. Disgusting morning panic, but the volume was really bad, so I can't give it that much slack. Another one I was considering for morning panic bounce play was LTNC, give or take the 16 level as a risk level, but the problem is that VWAP was super close. I mean, you're in at 17, VWAP is 22. That's not really that much of a difference in my opinion. It just didn't seem that nice, and it's already cracked below it. It hasn't spiked, so that's why I'm not looking at that. It could be a nice breakout here, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Maybe no trades today either. That's gonna be fine. At least it wasn't as annoying as yesterday, and at least I'm looking at listed stocks. If that comes to be, that's totally fine. In theory, I could have been short of VRPX, not VRPX, EMVP for the head and shoulders. That would have been nice. So at least I had that going for me. I look forward to being able to short. If it seems like I really have to, I will consider just opening another account with Schwab and just having that with shorting enabled and everything. Maybe I can make 2 accounts, right? So I can short six times a day, have six day trades, not just three. So that's my mindset. I'll make an update later. Maybe no trades today either, and I might call it off early again, and that's totally fine. I have a lot of things I need to catch up with actually. Alright, it is 12:17. I went ahead and got off the markets and did something else, and really there hasn't really again been that much. HPAL, I mean, it did, like, this is when I last saw it right here. That's all it did. It downtrended. That's nothing I would want to trade. EMVP doesn't look nice. It again was around this level. I think this was the Head and Shoulders. No, I'm not extremely sure. That might have been the Head and Shoulders. Yeah, this was it, and it's actually nice because it even went to the 180s. So that would have been profitable. It broke under the neckline, so that was one thing to consider. The only one that really made a move was PMCB, but I don't know at any point where I would have actually have been interested in trading this. First of all, it was a bit halty. I don't see an inverse Head and Shoulders I would have traded. I don't really like just trading random higher lows, especially if it's halty. I really don't see anything here that I might have considered trading. So even though it made a nice move, right, besides just buying the breakouts, which it already did when I last saw it, I don't see what I would have traded here, honestly. I did look at Robinhood a little because it is like having its first green day after a few days, but it's not really good volume to, you know, maybe show that this thing can do some kind of crazy reversal. Maybe I'm early, maybe it won't happen at all. Perhaps maybe here when it had this move from 47 to 49 and then it tries to hold there and then it breaks under right over this level right here, that could have been something, but that was just $1 difference. So I don't see anything really nice. LTNC is not really nice looking. It had one of those random panics at the end of the day. It did have volume, but nothing really nice if you ask me. ILUS, nope, this does not look interesting to me. Is that how you do it? Yeah, this was it. Bees. That looks disgusting. I don't see any setups that I would be interested in, at least going long. Some of these don't look actually too bad going short. I don't know. It's probably not shortable. Let's just take a look and see if BZW or something. I wouldn't have really been interested in shorting this, but yeah, it looks like maybe it's not available. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's something that is shortable. I probably wouldn't have shorted that one anyway. Just this one, that Head and Shoulders, that would have been nice. So that's all I got really. There's probably not going to be any trades today because I have a lot more stuff I need to do. So I'm probably just going to call it off. No trades today either, although at least I did consider looking at listed stocks a bit more. If there's no setups, I'm just not going to trade. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, I'd rather be trading something that is nice, but if there are no setups, there are no setups. The one other thing I am looking at would be KXIM, but the volume, I've learned that volume is super important. It could try to break out of this high. It's like right at it. The very top was 340-ish? 345 was the high. This could be some kind of a setup because it's trying to break out of the range, but it's not really that amazing. There is a Head and Shoulders here, shoulder, head, shoulder. It went from the 330s, 320 to the low 320s. It's holding, at least right now, it's trying to hold VWAP. That could be a buy, and then it continues an uptrend, but I'm probably gonna just stay away from it, although I will be interested in seeing what it does. That's all I got. I'm probably just going to actually call it off here. Maybe I'll make an update at the end of the day, but I'm going to assume nothing was really nice. If anything, I can just, you know, the next day make an update and show what happened with these stocks, and I could just call it off here early because there are just no setups, and that's totally fine. Alright, it is 4:09 p.m. and I'm here to call it off and just look at what has happened since. PMCB, I haven't looked at any of these, but this one is the one that did make that breakout. And besides just buying the initial breakout, I really don't know what I would have done with this type of stock. I'm not trying to be some degenerate, VWAP trader in and out, buying, VWAP dips, selling at, at any kind of spike, or maybe if it goes under it like here, I buy and then risk this level and then sell here and then maybe try to hold and sell, like just some stupid stuff like that. I don't really want to be that kind of person. I do see a head and shoulders, but this doesn't trade with a lot of range. I mean, I guess a short 818 and then cover at 770 or something like that. It's not really the best range. It did break out this. This is all after hours, so this would have been kind of hard for me to be interested in it, but that's cool. I just don't really like this price action. It's very choppy, but it did make some moves. Robinhood did do a further up spike. This is nice. It broke this level, give or take here. It had a little pause. I wouldn't have been too scared buying these, but they are NASDAQ stocks, so they trade a bit fast. That was one potential setup. I mean, it went from what, 49.60 to 52. I guess it's not that bad. EMVP, nothing else besides that. Head and shoulders. HPIL doesn't look nice. What were the other ones? I guess I don't have them anymore. I think it was BZWR or something like. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Yeah, BZWR. None of these look nice. They all look pretty bad, but hey, maybe they'll look good someday. I don't see anything. Nothing really looks nice. Yeah, so that's all I got. I'm just gonna call it off. There's no setups, nothing I'm really interested in. It didn't look really that nice today. I guess this one wasn't too bad. PVYA did uptrend. That is breaking this high right here at 134. This might have not have been too bad. Maybe a potential dip towards VWAP here, but it's already done it like back there. So nothing too perfect. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna call it off. No trading today, no profits, no money earned or money lost or anything like that. It was just nothing that I really wanted to do today, and yeah, that's all I got. Not too bad. Maybe tomorrow there are going to be some setups. Who knows?